Hello, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 2 weeks, and we have a new addition to the family. He just wanted to come by and join. His name is Snowball and really tiny. And we're going to start with your coffee cup, and then we're going to jump into your tarot. I see there are two pathways opening, but these are in the thoughts section right now. They're not really forming. One of them is starting to form and become a real road. So if you're planning to travel, this is telling me, you see there are a lot of words here. Maybe you need to start communicating about that. This can be turning that into a dream or a plan and just starting to speak about it. But this can also start to plan. Like talking can be like, oh, how can I make it happen type of a plan, okay? Another thing here, because it just reminds me of a pathway, maybe you need to, if this is like an opportunity of growth, if you want to grow in a certain area, you might need to start preparing yourself for it, so you'll be ready when the time comes. I also see a Christmas tree forming here. Kind of looks like a little bit of volcano vibe too. Which Christmas tree, the star on the top, fire on the top, is kind of like, when you put it together, a little bit of representation of. The shape is triangle like a volcano. This can be something that you're passionate about. What happens under the Christmas tree is we have gifts for the next year. I feel we can actually interpret it that way. So this can be something that is going to keep giving. It's going to be a massive gift for you, but you need to start planning it very soon, because it seems like this can be within maybe the second week. You'll see your tree starting to take shape. Okay, this is not for the Christmas time. I would like to mention that this is for general next 2 weeks, but the energy of the Christmas tree, I feel like that you're gonna pull from the future maybe. Okay, by the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and if you want to enjoy this message, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to leave my email right here and in the description box. If you would like a private reading, go ahead and send me an email, and we'll move on from then on. Okay, let's see what else we have. I see a massive chunk of money accumulating here within the first week. This can be something coming into your household, so I'm going to interpret it with a general sense. This doesn't have to be specifically limited to like receiving a batch of money. This can be also something fulfilling, can be like a big furniture, okay? Can be something coming into your house, maybe a person coming in with all their abundance, or someone in the house might be finding a new job with a good salary. That's also like something, it has a long-term promise here, okay? It can be a representative of that. I see there's a person sitting on top of that here, under a tree. Tree can symbolize longevity, so that's why I felt this might not be like a one-time thing coming in once and that's it. Don't do that though. That's not it. Don't do it with that. Okay, so it seems like here there's a person sitting on this tree. I see like an older person, maybe even giving advice what to do about this batch. Okay, I know, like in a traditional sense, we're not really living with our grandfathers anymore, like elders back in the day. Human beings, they used to live with all of their family, with their wise ones as well. So I feel like here this can be some other wise person maybe you're going to connect to that has a big tree. Tree means that they have like a track record of, don't drink that, growing their own tree, intelligent investments. So you might also get some connect with this person, get some advice from them. Okay, this can be someone retired also. He's sitting under a tree and like not really doing much right now. Maybe they have already accomplished their life goals. Okay, I see there's another person reaching out, maybe wanting a piece or maybe offering a piece. That's why I don't want to limit. I want to show him one last time and then he needs to go because he's distracting me. There's another person right here. He has a big basket in his hand coming up with an offer. So because if you can maybe establish a tree well, meaning if this is like something coming into your home and you divide it up and you really put it in the right places, invest it well, someone might be coming in to maybe ask you to invest their own batch of things, money, okay? Or What else this can be? This one is coming with an offering, so you might even get like attract the energy similar. It attracts similar type of energies to yourself. I feel like this can be also someone when you are feeling abundant, when you are experiencing joy of abundance, this can be someone offering you more of that coming into your life, okay? Towards the end of the week, maybe this is like the end of the week, beginning of the first week, the second week, I'm sorry, we have here a bonfire and there are people gathering around it. This can be a celebration time for some of you, maybe family members and the loved ones coming together to celebrate. It can be like a weekend barbecue, and that can be the platform that you're going to start discussing ideas. And I was actually listening to Think and Grow Rich. I don't know if you know about that book, which is like almost a century years old now. And what we has like the main step-by-step instructions how to manifest your desires, especially money. And in that book, I was in the section that like he recommends that you need to really gather, like surround yourself with people who doesn't have to be same exact direction that you're going, but going for highest good, and like high quality desires. And it seems like here the bonfire might be also an environment you're surrounding yourself with people that has similar goals in life, okay? Like before maybe you take action, he talks about like how Henry Ford was actually friends with all these people before, during, and after he became, he became a millionaire back then, not a billionaire. So he had like this group of people that are on the same page, basically. He was friends with Edison, and I have a little bit like conflicting thoughts about him, but either way, back in the day, they were actually the big guns of the century, that century. So I see this is that kind of a bonfire you're gathering around with people that are on the same page as you are. And like I said, that's what I was going to tell you. Like Edison was on the electric side. He was actually making cars. Back in the day, they didn't really have any relation whatsoever. Now we have electric cars, which are combined. However, that wasn't the case back in the day, okay? So that's why they weren't really competitives in competition. And they were also, the mindset wise, they were all about innovation. So that's what it is. If you're in the spiritual path, you want to explore your spiritual side, this is a recommendation. This is coming like the bonfire should be. You should have people that are on the same page as you are. They're on the spiritual adventure, exploration. If you're going on an artistic path, you should surround yourself with artists. This can be also a money path or a career path. So if you're in the career wise, so if you're going after, I want to say Wall Street. I mean, Wall Street is extremely specific, and I see a lot of people from different sections, different ages watching these videos, so I don't want to specify that, but it's a clear-cut example when you say Wall Street, the characters in there. So if you want to be one of those, you need to surround yourself with one of those, because the nature actually rubs off, and also the ideas can be transmuted through mind, okay? So I see here that's going to really create an effect of expansion here. I see it kind of looks like a Rumi whirling dervish, like a whirling right there, and just collecting all these ideas. You might be in that stage within the second week, especially to collecting the ideas, collecting the inspiration, and then the execution time will come forth. I see a letter V, which is a victory. Also, this looks like a paper, can be a contract. Okay, I'm gonna let you go in a second, wait. And then there's also this kind of looks like a lab bottle. Something is boiling in there. There's a term today's world that has been used to actually making something happen. I feel like after you surround yourself with the right people, be in the right environment, collect the right ideas, and then the whirling dervish is taking the right action, is actually going to mean that you're going to start cooking. Okay, that's a term. Let him cook or let her cook is a term today, meaning that you're getting things done. You're progressing. Okay, so there's going to be a progression happening there. I see a letter C. It can be the first name or the last name of a person coming forward when you start cooking, basically. So, or C is the cooking also. Yeah, it might resonate about something. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Okay, I see your heart spaces and household may be really busy. There's a person with 2 horns or antennas. The desire you have is something that is going to progress like to 0 to 100 rather quickly. It's going to get, but then the 100 might stop a little bit. The person here had little antennas that just disappear, turn into big horns. Antennas can represent your actually intuitive guidance. Initially is going to really harden into the horns, meaning specified information and direction and the path that you need to walk. Another thing that I was actually listening to in that book and what the Think and Grow Rich, and they actually mentioned the enemies of achieving success, achieving riches, and one of them is procrastination. And I feel like here if you're feeling I'm procrastinating right now, I'm not doing the things I want to do, it seems like the little antennas is you sensing what needs to be done, and then it's becoming horns, indicate that gradually you're starting to take action, is going to solidify and starts to show the results, massive and material results. Okay, I see your energy field is expanding. That can be something really tiring if you're feeling sleepy all the time, if you're feeling exhausted even though you didn't do anything all day. Maybe like that's the times are changing right now. I feel like even this can be energetic upgrade, dimensional upgrade happening with the ones that have purposefully created that. So that can actually cause a little bit changes in the body, can be sleepiness can be normal. So take one day at a time. Okay, just if your purpose is just to make this something happen, have 3 things on your to-do list. Okay, and that's even good enough, and keep doing that one at a day. Well, okay, like pursuing that one day at a time. That's what I was trying to say. Queen of Pentacles is your resourceful side. 6 of Pentacles is when you see what's available, you're going to start bringing more of it into your life. The thing is, Queen of Pentacles is someone resourceful, and 6 of Pentacles is actually receiving a lot of resources. It seems like I was listening to another channel the other day, and he said that everything that, it's she. If you follow channelers, you'll probably guess who she is. In new age one now, and not Jane Roberts. So she says that everything you want can be made possible with the tools and resources that are available to you right now at this moment. So that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is like a confirmation that whatever is in front of you is good enough right now in order to make the things you want to happen. 6 of Pentacles represents the even more help coming forward when you start to utilize what's in front of you, the resources that are available to you. For example, I'm going to give an example of like artist. Maybe, is it artistry when you write literature? Okay. So if you would like to write your life story, you might have access to a phone right now, and you can start typing in your notes right now at this moment. If you would like a pen and paper, if you have one, you can start writing down your notes right now. These are like for writing, you don't really need high level of instruments or computers or anything else. People used to write with their like typewriters, which is now ancient history for most of us. Okay, it was just really my father used to have it when I was a little kid, and it was really like a ancient thing. It's like when you make a mistake, you can't delete it, you just put X's on it. It's just now we have all the technology. So that's what the Queen of Pentacles energy is. If you're thinking, I don't have that, that's why I'm not doing it, I can't do this, means that maybe you are actually looking too further into the future. Whatever is available to you right now is enough for you to gather. And this is actually this message coming to me as well. The riches accumulate everything you desire. And then Six of Pentacles is the abundance is going to start flowing so well that you're going to be able to go after. Six of Cups can be your dreams, your desires, your childhood, or your innocent thoughts and wants that you have. So it seems like here, when you can, if you can utilize what's in your hand at this moment, it is going to bring more resources that it's going to fulfill your other needs, and also on top of that, maybe help you improve what you have already created. And Six of Cups is more dreams, expansion of those dreams that you can go after, write more, come up with more creative ideas. And I can tell you, as an artist, I paint, I do watercolor paintings, and when I start to do actually paint consistently, every day I get a vision of a painting every day. If I don't paint that immediately, after, like, I get another day, another vision, and then it cuts off. After the third day, I stop getting visions. Okay. So that's why I feel like it can be whatever that you're doing. Even if this is about increasing wealth. Okay. The vision starts coming in, but if you don't actually put it on the paper, if you don't pursue it, it's just the resource, the higher power cuts it off, basically, or our minds cuts it off. Nymph of Cups is something even more coming into your life. This is the Page of Cups energy, and he is surrounded by a lot of like massive fish. This can be about money or a material wealth or material satisfaction being offered to you. Six of Cups is like your dreams, and then the resources for dreams are also showing up. This can also be, we have a narwhal here. Narwhal, I don't know how true is that. Narwhals were actually confused with unicorns because they have a long horn. I don't know how true is that. It doesn't really fit with the narrative of unicorn. However, so we can interpret this as a unicorn showing up, like an unexpected dream, or a dream that you don't believe it's available to you. Might even become available if you can, stay in the energy of utilizing what you have and creating more, and creating an exchange energy here too. Okay. And this says here, a nymph resides in a wavy waters. She's beginning a deep journey into emotional affairs. I feel like here that in the end of the day, material things are going to turn into also emotional satisfaction. For some of you, this can be intuitive messages keep coming, flowing, and upgrading your situation. Another thing with the Nymph of Cups, this can be new love coming into your life. Okay. The resources available to you can be the resources for self-love, self-growth, and self-fulfillment. That the more you use it, the more it's going to give. It can give in a material sense, and then it can turn into a romantic attraction as well. Okay. Ace of Cups. Yes. This is Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. It can be interpreted in the love, a real romantic love coming into your life, or it can be also something you would love to do, something that is fulfilling. But it's in one cup, meaning you're not on the Nine of Cups yet. So it's not going to be overall fully satisfying in all areas of your life. It's going to be the beginning of it when you use the resources. Sun of Swords is actually Knight of Swords energy. So this can be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius coming forward with the help that is necessary. And this can be a verbal advice. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles usually represents your desires, wishes, and goals are being instantaneously and spontaneously fulfilled by angels, spirits, guides, divine. And during this journey, if there are any person coming to you, that can be like a God sent, maybe in some sense. But the Sun of Swords can also be someone coming to you with a word of advice. And maybe that's what you need at this moment, okay? Which is going to elevate your situation. Six of Cups, we have Eight of Cups here. This is actually telling me that, what is the Seven of Cups? Okay, so something maybe you had as a dream that you walked away. Now it's going to come back again. That's what it is, okay? So this is not going to be a dream coming out of nowhere. This can be something maybe you had pursued in the past, but didn't really pull it off, or you didn't have full attention on it, but now you have the time. So it seems like it's going to come back to the surface. And this can also be something you have tried, you failed, or you gave up already, so you don't have emotional connection to it anymore, like an emotional attachment of success, the desire to success. What happens is that's actually the ultimate power, not having emotional connection to something while you are building it up, okay? That can be the case here too. Nymph of Cups comes with Seven of Cups. We have here the Pisces energy and with the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Nymph of Cups can be a situation coming into your life that is going to have maybe multiple options, or a confusing, like this kind of ADHD type of energy, like all over the place. This can actually suggest that you need to take a pause. You need to reflect a little bit. Are you on the right path? Do you really want this to happen? Or maybe are you reacting to this thing the way that you always do? Can be a new love offer coming in a sense that you never experienced before, which can really appall you. That's why maybe you have the Hangman. You're like, oh no, what's going on here? I'm hanged upside down now. I don't know what to do because I've never seen such a thing. The Wheel of Fortune is the energy of, okay, the change. So when you recognize, oh, okay, this is a different situation now, everything is changing, I feel like you're going to be able to really enjoy what's coming, okay? We have your oracle here, Mildew Fairy, cleanup time, which Virgo, you are highly organized and you probably enjoy cleanup. I don't know if you like to do it right now, but this is mental clarity, mental clearing first. And if you're having a hard time to clear your environment mentally, maybe you need to just look into your own space. My space looks a little cluttered here too, but I'm not a Virgo, so I can see where everything is. I describe it that way. So but it would have been better, right? It would have been better if I had these ones in one place, if I had my stones in one place. You know, will give me the clarity of mind. So if there are times, there are places in your home when you look at it, it just creates confusion, maybe it's time to reorganize that. That can actually clean up the misunderstanding here too, okay? Let's pull your intuitive life coaching. Source energy, the creator role, that is God, and we have karma wants to pop out too. Says to you what? Your connection to source is the light and love that shines through and leads the way. So maybe that's why you need to clean up the space and mind that you have, so you can hear the source energy connecting to you, speaking to you clearly. And karma, you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is turning, like the karmic wheel is turning all the time. This is actually a resolution might be coming in to a karmic situation you have been experiencing, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add more videos on the screen. And if you haven't already, give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. And I wish you all a magical day. Bye.